Hi there, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. I've been quite busy since last time. If we go out here, you can see all those willow trees which I had over there are gone. And I've got on a bit more with the roof on here. The scaffolding's over here to get up there. So you can see that's getting there. We also now have doors on this, because I did meet a creeper in here, which was really annoying. Yeah, so the roof is on up there. Still need a bit more willow wood to actually get it over there, but I'm pretty pleased with it. Need a few more bits and bobs. All of these things are way fully charged now. Over here, I have got something interesting. I've put another igneous extruder in, and I've connected it up with a line of fluid duct from the lava source and water going in the bottom. It's making obsidian. So I've got plenty of obsidian, as much as I want basically, which I can use to make all of these things, the glowstone illuminators. They're starting to go in all over the place. But the problem is actually that I'm running out of glowstone, so I'm going to have to make another trip to the nether soon. Over and down here I have tapped into my power supply up there, which is in the tower, and I'm using it to power this tree farm directly already. You can't actually see the line going in, but it's there, so that's fully powered now. It's just not being emptied because I don't need it anymore. And there is actually another power line going over here into the cow field. The cows have legged it apparently. I tunnelled through just slightly and I found this huge cave system under here. My cows are down there. I'll have to rescue them. So I've got that going into something up there. You've probably spotted it at the start of the video already. But all that cabling has meant that I'm already running really quite low on redstone again, because I'm just using it like crazy now. And the quarry has finished. It's dug all the way down to bedrock. And you know what that means. It means it's time to put another quarry in. So I've already got it nearly set up. I've define the area it's to go. I do want to put these in Mistcraft ages ultimately, but I'm going to want to have some more tesseracts before that, so I think I'm just going to do one more down here. You can see it's all finished. I got a decent amount of stuff. There is a bit more redstone in there. That is awesome. Quite a bit more quartz as well. We're going to start using that soon. But for now, we can take all of this stuff off and dig the quarry out. There we go. That will start despawning all by itself. I'm not going to bother with those again. The Stirling engines, let's just get them out. But here's where the new quarry's going. It's right on the edge of where the old quarry was. Yeah, that's right. And just inside this chunk, as you can see, literally only just, so I'm going to want to, that's going to be so tight, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can plug this in successfully. Oh wow, that's going to be tight. Okay, so it's going to go down there. Rescue the... This is despawning really quickly. I'll just rescue this one as well. The landmarks, that is. Oh, can I be bothered to go down there and get it? Stupid thing. Okay, so we've rescued those. Get out of my way. Thank you. I just want to keep everything within the chunks because the quarry is a chunk loader all by itself, and if it's outside the chunk it won't be loaded. So this is going to be tight. Did I remember? I didn't. I'm such a fool sometimes. Okay, so we are going to want to put a pipe up here, diamond pipe going that way. Will that work? Messy, 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 messy. Okay, so what we will do is we will dig down here. Just like that. We're going to put in the energy conduit here and here. That lets us put the cell this side. We're going to stick on a cobblestone transport pipe straight on the top. Yes, I think so. Because we'll have to actually go up, I think, with our diamond pipe going here. And I shall void things off going backwards that way, down the blue path, and I shall put a new gold chest straight on the top on the white path. So the blue path is for cobblestone, dirt, if and when I find any. I'll have to void that when I find it. But yeah, that'll work. That will work absolutely fine. If only I'd remember to bring a power supply down here. I'll just come back and do that off camera. But what I'm going to do until I get Tesseracts working is just to use the redstone energy cells, because they hold so much energy, and I can just swap them over basically. So that is that. So what else have I been doing? Well, if we come all the way up here, hello sheeps, you will see that way over here the mystery energy conduit is going up here. I cleared out all the trees so I could put this multi-farm in. It's all set up. It's got power because there's power going into the bottom. It's got water. There's an aqueous accumulator under it. And this one I've actually set up with Buildcraft pipes onto the farm hatch. That one didn't have them. The farm hatch is where things come out. So anything which goes in, which comes out of the farm, should be pumped straight up into this chest. Now, why? Hey, we've got another end crop done. Brilliant. It is really, really slow, but it is getting there. Yes, what do I want that farm for? Well, I'm really slow growing wheat, so I thought I could set up a little wheat farm in there. That'll just let me grow crops for food, so I'm not always drinking my strawberry juice. And I also want to set up a rubber tree farms. This is IndustrialCraft 2 rubber, so that I can start doing a little bit of IndustrialCraft stuff. Because if you know that mod, you know you need tons of rubber. The rubber comes from the rubber trees, which is what these trees are here. You need lots and lots of it, so you need to farm lots and lots of trees. Now, the typical way you get the rubber out of trees is with the tree tap, which you click on the trunk to get sticky resin. You can also, here is your sticky resin, which you convert into the rubber. Okay? Now, you don't actually get sticky resin. It converts into rubber. So, here is your rubber, which you use for all sorts of things. You can get it by smelting the sticky resin. You can also get it by extracting rubber tree saplings. And somewhere, hopefully, you can get it from extracting rubber tree wood as well. You certainly used to be able to. I'm going to go on the assumption that you still can. This could be highly embarrassing if it turns out to be wrong. But like I say, oh, here you go, rubber wood, extractor, rubber. So I can just actually use it as a standard tree farm in the same way that we have been using the jungle woods. So you can set up the tree farms either to extract the rubber directly from preset rubber trees, or just chop down the rubber trees and then use an extractor. I'm going to go for the second way, at least for my first attempt. So the question is, how do you tell it to do all these different things? You tell it to do these different things using circuit boards. Circuit boards are made using electron tubes. We used electron tubes to actually make the tree farm in the first place, you used this, the thermionic fabricator. If you remember it, and let's just quickly offload this junk. There we go. You could melt glass onto various ingots, basically. So we're going to do that. The exact thing that you actually use for your ingots determines what you actually go and make. For what I want copper and I want bronze. We're also going to need a fair amount of bronze, so I'm going to make a load up. Bronze should be tin, and for coppers it is. So I'm just going to click out a stack of bronze. The thermionic fabricator, chuck a bit of glass into the top, it melts it. Chuck some redstone here and here. And we don't want tin. What we want is a copper, which will get us copper electron tubes. And we want a bronze, which will get us bronze electron tubes. We're now done with the thermionic fabricator yet again. Take it out because it always drains electricity, not that that really matters anymore. So, the next question is, what do we actually do with these electron tubes? We don't simply pop them straight into the farm, we need to put them on a circuit board. For that we need to make a soldering iron, which means we need to make a new machine. The new machine that we need to make is the carpenter, which is right here. It's made from bronze with a sturdy casing, which is a load of bronze. That's why I had to make up all this bronze. So bronze in a circle makes a sturdy casing. 2 lines of bronze around a sturdy casing with this makes your carpenter. Carpenter is a really useful little machine. Again, like all the forestry machines, you stick it down and it constantly drags energy out. So here it is. Now we are going to need some water. Actually, first of all, we need to make the soldering iron, which is this thing. You make this in a carpenter, you need water in, you need bronze and iron. So we're going to need a water bucket actually, so let's quickly, we do have water bottles, but I believe you can just go and use pure water buckets for this. We are about to find out. 1, 2, that'll do. So I think you can just empty, let's get what we need out of here. We need some iron, some gold, and we've got a bit of redstone. So, water buckets should empty straight in. They do. So we just fill it up with water. Iron and a bit of bronze. You'll notice it's one of these which has an inventory a bit like the work table over there. Pop it in and it will start to craft it. It takes time to actually craft it. You wait and eventually out pops soldering iron. It will keep making them as long as there's stuff in there to make it with. So there is our soldering iron. So what do we solder onto? We solder onto the circuit boards. For, I won't bother showing you the recipe, we want the advanced circuit board. It's a line of gold down the centre and a line of redstone either side. It gives you the intricate circuit board. So we will just wait because that will take a minute or two to do. And whilst I am waiting for that to do, I'm going to pull out half. I'm going to have a big lag spike, apologies. Oh, is this where we crash? This might be a crash. Be prepared, people. No, we've not crashed. It's made it, so we'll just take this out. And there we go, that is all that we need. So we'll take that out. Now, that tree farm, which is over there, I want it to have wheat on the side closest, because wheat is smallest, and the trees on all 4 other sides. We need to know the directions for the circuit board, and if you press the F3 overlay, you can see the 3rd item up, F for facing, is north. So that way over there is north, so I want the wheat on the south side of the circuit board. So what we do is we equip the soldering iron. Right click it and you can see what your possible things are. First of all, it's set for the electrical engine. Click across, it's set for managed farms or manual farms. We just want a managed farm. If you pop in the copper, it'll tell you it will make an arboretum. We want 4 arboretums. And the bronze is the crop farm. Now the brilliant thing is I cannot remember which way round these things actually go. Northeast, southwest, I think. So basically, this will go in a completely random direction. I shall have to put in the comments which way round it actually is. You put in your electron tubes first, and then you put in your intricate circuit board because it will immediately do it. So here we go, and there we go. It's a managed farm which is going to work on trees and crops. So that's all we need this for at the minute, so we can put that away, and we can put all the electron tubes away. And we can put all this rubbish away, because we don't need any of this stuff anymore. Carpet can go in this one. This is my sort of machines chest, if I've never really said that. Okay, so that means we just have to put that in. So to actually set this going, we're also going to need the fertiliser, which is the apatite. We are also, in fact, I'm going to grab a little bit more to chuck in the other one, because I don't know how far down the other one's got. We are going to need some dirt. A bit of dirt don't hurt. A couple of stacks of that. We are also going to need the seeds. They are not in this one. This is where I have a moment trying to remember where I put my rubber trees. They're in here, 9 rubber tree saplings. And we should also have a few seeds kicking about in the seeds chest, which is this one. Only 4. But it'll do for a start. So let's head over to the farm. And on our way, let's just quickly click on this one and see that we cannot click on this one because we're too far away. You can see it's still on 50. They barely use any. You can't do it with raw apatite, can you? You have to convert it into fertiliser, but they do barely use any fertiliser at all. So we need some... Oh, we need some sand. Do I actually have any sand? Wow. Okay, let's really, really quickly get a bit of sand going. I'll switch this off because I was making obsidian through it. I'll have to set up a dedicated pulverizer to do nothing else. We really don't need much sand. I'm just going to get 4 bits and then I shall fill it up later. So, quickly, please, Mr. Pulverizer. There we go. Thank you very much. So, I believe it's sand's top and bottom apatite in the middle. Gets us a load of fertiliser. 16 will do for a start. It will certainly last with that for quite a while, and I'll make some more up off camera. Right. Okay. Let's slip over here then, so we can dink fertiliser in here, but first of all, intricate circuit board, it goes in the middle here, and you can see it's set the left-hand one to be the crop farm. That doesn't really bother me in any way. Fertiliser goes in the bottom, as you well know. You can shift-click the dirt in, the saplings and the seeds. And with a little bit of luck, it's going to start. I can hear it. There you go, we have a row of rubber tree saplings at the back. Brill. So let's just get rid of these. So there's our 9 saplings, and over here You can see it's automatically put the water in. It does put in way too many waters, but that's okay. If it does put one in here, we will have a bit of a flood. It might do if I do that. It has. And then, have I put the seeds in? I did. So it should, when they're hydrated, plant the crops. So there we go. You can see that the left and the right, that's the east and the west side, actually include the corners. The top and the bottom are just this 4x3 area. So now we have a rubber tree farm and a crop farm. So that's pretty darned good if you ask me. That means we can get started on the IndustrialCraft stuff for the next time. So I think that will be it for this episode, guys. I'm going to get my other quarry working. I'll run around just to show off these steps you might not have seen yet. Aren't they great? I'll try and get a load more done off camera for next time, and we can start working on the IndustrialCraft 2 stuff. Get more quarries working, get back into Mistcraft Ages, who knows what we will do next. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.